This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. So, Edward, I know we met a while ago, like April or May, when the project first started, and we talked about some of these IT pieces. Um, would it be helpful for me just to go back through everything that we need? And then if you have any questions, we can go through those now.
Yeah, you can go ahead and give you some pointers in the discussion of the status of those requirements.
Okay. So the first thing is whitelisting. There are two IP addresses that need to be whitelisted. Do you know if that's happened yet?
Okay, we migrate all the accounts to Office 365. So that's one question I have. The only thing that I have to make the adjustment on the Office 365 is to whitelist those IPs.
Okay, perfect. I can jump. I can. So I'll send you a follow up, and I'll just include these in the follow up.
Okay. So the mail system that we're going to use is a Microsoft 365.
Okay, perfect. Sorry, my computer has frozen. Okay.
Because I know that in the IT document that you sent me, the document detailed that maybe I have to do a record. They say that SPF record on the DNS server, but uh, maybe we can try only whitelist those IPs and try to or test the mail system, and if everything is okay, so we don't have to use the further actions of adding an SPF record to the DNS.
okay. Well, we will test. I'll send after this. I'll send out an email from Accommodate Jose. I'll send that to you and just ask you to let me know if you got it or not.
Okay.
And then Edward, I'll confirm if we still need those IPs to be whitelisted. Then,
Okay.
okay, all right. And then so SFTP. So in order for us to get any data files that you've created, we need to set up an SFTP drop site. And so really, I just need the information for these questions. So the contact person for the SFTP drop site, and then what IPs you would use to connect to the drop site.
Okay, that SFTP is ready.
Mhm.
I already filled the document. We're going to use only one IP, so it's gonna be easy to configure.
Okay. Did you?
So,
Did you?
so maybe to make the exchange, I have to do a firewall policy. So I need the IPs that Symplicity have, so I can configure the firewall to permit your IP for access the SFTP.
Okay. So to set up that SFTP, do you want to tell me right now just who the is the contact going to be you?
Yeah.
Okay. So I can put in your name. Can you tell me your title?
Okay. Let me make it easier for you. I'm
Oh,
going to send you the document already filled
okay.
in.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay.
Okay.
Great.
So I'm going to write an email.
Yeah, no problem. Um, and I'm just going to send out that test email right now while you do that. Oh, Jose, it looks like you got in there and you were able to make changes to the language.
Yeah, I did some changes.
That looks great. Let's see. Okay, Jose, I'm gonna put you in here. All right, Jose, I just sent a letter out of accommodate. So if you can check your email in a minute and let me know if you got it.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Great. Thank you.
José, your email, ¿cuál es tu email? José, José punto.
José, ahora mismo estoy usando el de la Universidad Católica porque
¿Verdad? Sí,
es
es
mi base de datos.
PUCPR. Sí, sí,
Si
tienes
José
razón.
Nazario 1@pucpr.edu.
Ahí te encontré. I'm just going to send Anna the document and I copy you. Okay, there you go, Anna.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you. I will get that. That's great. I will get that set up. I'll submit the ticket for that today, and then I'll let you know when it's been set up so you can test the connection and let me know if you have any issues.
Okay.
Okay, great. And then single sign-on. So I think that from our last conversation, it sounded like you'll be using like a custom, like a SAML-based single sign-on. Does that still sound correct?
Okay. Maybe I think that LDAP it would be more easy for me using the Active Directory accounts that the users already have for logging to the PCs and logging to the Wi-Fi
Okay.
and printing services. I don't know if is that good for you or
Yeah, LDAP is fine.
maybe the use of the SAML or Chibole or maybe that portal is more easy for you. I just going to ask that
Either
if
way, okay.
okay IDP or Active Directory. What is more easy for you?
You know, either one really works for us. So if you have a preference, that's fine. I will say that LDAP, you know, I would give you access to accommodate, and then I will give you like a setup guide because that is all set up by you. And
Excellent.
so, yeah, so if you want to do LDAP, that's fine. I'll just send you the guide. If you prefer like your SAML shibboleth option like IDP, I could send a worksheet for that too. Either way, you know, either one is fine, and we're happy to go either way. So if you have a preference, that's fine.
Okay, maybe you can send me both,
Okay.
I see if I can configure either of them.
Okay.
But definitely LW it will be more easy for me.
Okay. That sounds good. All right, I will send both of those over, and then just let me know which way you decide to go. But that sounds good.
Okay.
Okay, and then the last piece is the import files. I know we talked about um, again a long time ago about the import files. I'm trying to pull up templates right now. And so to get, to bring data into Accommodate, we have 3 sort of main files that we work with to bring the data in. One of them is a student data file. One of them is a faculty data file. And then one of them is a class schedule, like a student schedule file. Has any work begun on those yet, or do you want me to kind of go back through them and talk about
Okay,
requirements?
I already have my team review the fields, and they already identify what fields our information system have.
Mm-hmm.
And the good news is they have the majority of fields, so there are only a couple of fields they don't have. So I asked the team, Jose. I don't know if you met with Mariel and talk about that the fields that IT identified that they don't have.
Yeah, I met with Mario like 30 minutes ago, and we were talking about that, and I believe the faculty was missing, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
not all the info, only a couple of fields.
ya. Yo no sabía cuál era la oficina del HRS.
Okay.
Hablé con Mariel de eso, me dijo que era la oficina de recursos humanos. Yo no me pude comunicar con ellos porque no tuve ayer luz o no vi el email hasta hoy.
Okay.
Así que no
No,
creo que haya...
don't worry, Anna. I think we are on the right track. The majority of the information we already have the majority of the information. So I think that we have to meet internal. We have to do an internal meeting to discuss uh, all the fields that they want on the accommodate software, and then I can handle on the drop side the files. So
Perfect.
yeah, the majority of the information we have the majority of information, so it shouldn't be a problem. We
Okay,
just
great.
have to decide which fields are they going to use.
Yeah. Okay. Absolutely. Um, the exception just is the schedule file because we need all of the fields on here. Anything that's in yellow, we need to have. Um, but you can add extra fields if you need to, like, mode of instruction, if it's like online or in person, or, however that's written.
Okay,
Um,
I didn't notice that. Oh, so required fields are marked in yellow.
yes. Sorry
Okay.
about that. Yep. Required fields are yellow.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, and so the only other thing is, you don't need the only thing that here, I'm going to put these maybe in a different color. If you want to bring in multiple instructors, like if you want to show that a class has 2 instructors or 3 instructors, we would ask you to add those instructors on to columns at the end, as instructor 2, instructor 3. You don't have to do that, but if you wanted to bring in multiple for one class, then, like for this example class, Spanish 101, we have one professor email in the instructor email field. And then if there was more than one instructor in this class, you would put their emails in those
Okay.
remaining columns.
And the headings are the actual field name,
Yeah,
or or I'm going to use another naming convention.
I can't. So this is for the most part what they are in the system. They can be
Okay.
renamed like once it's all built. If the team wants them in Spanish, obviously that can be done. But for scripting purposes, this is what I'll be using. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
And the format is CSV, so dot CSV, right? Not Excel file. So it's going
correct.
to be
Yeah,
a CSV. Okay.
that's fine. Yeah, yeah. Anything but Excel. We build the example in Excel just because it's easy, but yeah, it can be a CSV or a pipe delimited text or tab delimited text. That's fine.
Okay.
So yeah, please no Excel.
Okay. Don't worry.
Okay, perfect. Well, so then it
I
sounds
do
like
have a question about faculty.
sure.
Will it be possible to add or edit the faculty members who are under contract in the system? Because I believe this will be updated every semester with the arrival of new professors or faculty.
Like, is that a data point you could include?
Yeah,
The question.
yes.
Edward, is that possible to include if a faculty member is contract or not?
Mm, well, I have to check that. Maybe we have a field that identify contract status. I think we have it.
Okay.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. So then what I'll do is I'll send you the 2 single sign-on documents. I will also submit a ticket to get the SFTP drop site set up, and I'll let you know once that's done. And then if you wouldn't mind just giving me maybe a status update on the import files themselves, if you have one in a couple of weeks or something like that, um, or I can check back in. But that would just be helpful so that I can kind of make sure we plan, enough time to get the file scripted and everything. But as soon as the drop site is set up, then you'd be able to drop, a test file or whatever on there.
Okay.
So great. So I'll go ahead and get that set up.
Okay.
Um,
Thanks.
okay. Do you have any other questions for me?
No, I have for the whitelisting of the address.
Oh,
I already have the STP. Authentication will be LDAP using Active Directory. And we already discussed the details of the files we're going to send you. Well, it's okay for me. Everything is okay.
okay. And I just tested with Jose. I sent him an email from their Accommodate site, and he said it went through. Um, so you may not need to whitelist at all. So it sounds
Excellent.
like, yeah. Okay. Jose, do you have any questions?
No, no questions right now.
Okay. Well, thank you both so much for, yeah, let me turn this.